Discouraged today, not because of what needs to be done in the house, but because of so much junk still on the property. I just so wish all the stuff was gone. He didn't damage the place, he didn't throw a fit, he didn't obstruct the officers. He was just like, please let me get my stuff. And now, almost 2 months later, he still has not been able to get his stuff. He's still kind of talking about it. So, just taking a look. Far from landscaped, but that's better. So, got the literature for the stone countertop outlet place. I am quite excited, though I haven't seen the prices yet. Shouldn't get excited yet. I haven't told you that I bought a black and gold granite countertop, new, not used, for 50 bucks a couple years ago. True story, it was on Craigslist and it was on there for a long time. I was looking for any old countertop to use, okay, seriously, for chicken butchering. I wanted a countertop to put outside so that we had a place to handle all the meat. And so I needed it to be clean. And I saw this granite countertop and the guy was just trying to sell it for 500 bucks, which is completely reasonable on a granite countertop, especially when there's two pieces and the sinkhole's already cut out of one of them. And I wound up messaging because it was the only countertop on Craigslist, and I said, please don't be insulted by this. I am just looking for a regular countertop, but if you can't sell that, I will give you 50 bucks for it. He said, well, you know, let me give it another couple weeks. And I was like, sure, no problem. In a couple of weeks, he called, and he's like, you know, I can't sell it, just come take it. And I paid him 50 bucks for this really nice countertop. And since we never got around to setting it up outside, we still haven't used it. It's been sitting in our red barn. So all that to say, I'm literally planning the entire kitchen around this countertop because those are not cheap. Truth to tell, it's not a color that I would pick for a kitchen. It's like black and gold, and I would definitely go more in the sands and neutrals for the lighter feel, but I am working around that. So all that to say, I'm trying to find less expensive ways to match the bathrooms, at least to some degree, or coordinate them with the kitchen. And this place just might help with that. All right, I'm gonna concentrate on driving because traffic's busy. Bye. Right now, I am working on prying up the last 2x4s that were the frame for the built-in homemade cabinets that were in here. As I'm digging down into there, I realized this subfloor is 2 inches thick. Now, you know how you see all these, we call them studs, when you see these 2x4s that are holding up walls. Well, when you have something to hold up a floor, it's called a floor joist, and it's usually quite a bit thicker than that, you know, like 8 inches or so for good support. And they run lengthwise across the floor, and then on top of that, the subfloor is laid, which is usually like a 1/2 inch of OSB, Oriental strand board, and it's just chips of wood that have all been compressed well together. It's less expensive and more resourceful than using, you know, straight sheets of wood like they did in the olden days because they had more wood and it was plentiful. But the fact that this subfloor, 2 inches thick, there is a frightening possibility I might have to be pulling up 4 layers of subfloor because this addition was built later than the part of the house from the late 1800s. Okay, we'll deal with it as we get there. So we're starting to get this outside plaster and lath from around the chimney, the one that we're going to take out. So the chimney's smaller than I thought. I actually thought somehow they had put this right on. Looks like it is decaying up there, which should hopefully make it easier to take out. Like an opening on both sides here for a stovepipe. And so it really makes me wonder, did they have two stoves in here? Did they change the location at some point? I don't understand. I mean, you can see the chimney was patched and changed here, so I'm guessing with the decay in this mortar that this was the original one. It faced this way. See, there's the wall. And that, oh no, that's the wall to the stairwell. Okay, so yeah, there's the wall. It would have gone to right there where the floor changes and you see the door jamb. That would have been the original house back in the 1800s. And probably a pot-bellied stove right there. That would have fit quite nicely. And then warmed this entire downstairs area. Pieces of history. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Let's go home, button.